Hi everyone, thanks so much for sending in all your questions for our Ask a Sweet Potato. And our latest question came from Margaret, which we loved because her question was about when's the best time to start establishing table manners for her toddler. And Margaret, I thought you were so smart for asking that question because I don't know if you knew, but this one over here once wrote a book about manners. So I'm gonna have a nap and let her take this one.
Nice try. But it was a good question, Margaret, and we really feel like manners is so important because you don't want the dinner table to become all about food, which I know sounds a little bit ironic, but it's what we really believe, that ultimately what you want to do is have the table be about being together, sharing time together, and really bonding as a family. And manners is sort of what helps you keep on that road. So first up are the 4 phrases that we think you should say over and over and over until your kids start saying it back to you. First is thank you.
Please.
No thank you.
And what's the last one?
You're welcome.
Oh.
With little kids especially, you really have to oversell these things to make them really stick into their minds. You're gonna thank them profusely every time they hand you something. You're gonna say you're welcome every time they say thank you, so that it seems really fun and that you're really engaged with them when they use their best manners. And we love a trick that our friend Kareen taught us. On top of those 4, which we live and die on, is a 5th that we tossed in, and our friend Kareen taught us this. That instead of saying, I don't like it, or that's gross, or I hate it, a rule in her house is the kids may only say, not my favorite.
It's not my favorite. And this is really a great phrase because you're gonna appreciate this when they get older and they're maybe more like our children's age and our school age, and they're going to other people's house and having meals. Because quite frankly, kids are just honest. And they'll just tell you flat out what they feel about something. I hate it, it's gross, it tastes yucky. And those are things that, quite frankly, you feel like hearing if you worked really hard that day in the kitchen. So we love no thank you, it's not my favorite, because quite honestly, that is
It's fair. It's fair. It's fair, and it's a polite rejection. So to our 4 golden rules, we add that 5th, and thank you, Kareen, for that tip. Okay, the other thing that you want to think about with manners is sort of an issue of mastery. Is you want a kid who's a toddler to start using cutlery and cups rather than picking up food with their fingers, which is their natural instinct and completely developmentally normal, but we're working towards them using the cutlery the way we're all going to as older kids and adults. So the first thing you want to do is scale things down. Don't give them a big adult-sized plate and a glass of crystal and big cutlery. Scale things down for their size. Smaller plates that don't chip, plastic cups that won't break, and cutlery that's their size for their hands. Just make it easier to stack the deck and give them the best chance at succeeding with those kind of grown-up roles.
And you want it to be an inviting environment. They come to the table and they see things that are appealing to them. It makes them want to sit down at that table and be part of the meal. Another thing is manage your expectations. Obviously, it drives us all crazy when our kids can't sit in their seats. I don't know about you, but Scarlett went through a huge phase where I really thought I was gonna have to staple her to her seat. The reality is, developmentally, those are stages children have to go through. So just keep your expectations
reasonable.
Reasonable.
You're gonna have short meals in this time at this stage with your kids. They're not going to be leisurely meals, they're going to be 10-15 minute meals. But if you can have 10 good minutes, you really won the day.
If you want to ask us any other questions, don't forget to get in touch with us on social media, our Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And of course, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more strategies to help you and your family.
See you next time.